Hello! So my name is Ellie and this is my channel, Bibbity Bobbity Books, and today I thought I would try and do the Booktube Newbie Tag, just because it seems like that's what you're supposed to do when you start a booktube channel. It seems like it's like the rite of passage, so I thought I would give it a try. So here we are. I suppose the first thing to do is to introduce myself. So as I said, my name is Ellie. I obviously enjoy reading books. I work full-time as a community occupational therapist in the NHS. I enjoy Disney. I'm a big Disney fan. I also enjoy musical theatre. I also like swing dancing. That's one of my main hobbies. So yeah, I guess that's a little bit about me. I guess I'm just gonna sort of jump straight in with the questions. So the first one says, why did you start this channel? So I discovered booktube right at the start of lockdown, right at the beginning of the pandemic. I guess because we were all looking for sort of new hobbies and things to fill our time. And I just fell in love with the community. I watched so many amazing booktubers. I got so many great recommendations for books, and I guess I just want to get involved in the community and to make friends and to connect with people, and just share my love of books, I suppose. I feel like the main reason anybody starts a booktube channel is to chat about books and to meet other people. I don't really have that many sort of friends or family that read. And you know, the ones that do read have very different tastes to myself, so I think it would be quite nice to meet people who perhaps like the same books as me, so we can all, you know, get excited and chat together about all the books and things. And I'm also just excited to kind of push myself outside of my comfort zone and to try, you know, reading different things that I might not have picked up, you know, had I not started a booktube channel and met different people and got inspiration from others online, if that makes sense. So yeah, I guess that's why I started a booktube channel. Okay, so the next question says, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to booktube? I feel like this is a really hard question. I feel like there are so many amazing, you know, booktubers out there that are so creative and everything. I'm not really sure, you know, where I'm going to fit amongst everybody, and you know, I guess because I'm still discovering my taste in books, because it was only sort of during the pandemic that I really got back into reading. I'm still sort of on a journey of finding out what books I enjoy reading and discovering what my tastes are myself, so I don't really know kind of what my vibe is gonna be, if that makes sense. So I really don't know. This is a really hard question. I guess, you know, because I am still fairly new to reading, and there was a big chunk of my life where I didn't read very much, sort of when I was at university, because I did so much studying and so much reading for uni. I didn't really want to read outside of my study hours, if you know what I mean, in my free time. So there's a big chunk of my sort of young adult and adult life where I didn't really read much, so I feel like I've got a lot of books to catch up on. So I am kind of going back and reading all of the popular YA series again for the first time, and so I think it would be fun to sort of share my experience of reading those as an adult. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So I am just going to move on to the next question. So question number 3, what are you most excited for about this new channel? So I think just meeting new people. I feel like I've kind of already said that, but just to make new friends and to chat to people about books. But also to challenge myself to read more and to read books that I wouldn't normally pick up. I feel like having a booktube channel will kind of hold me accountable and will kind of encourage me to keep reading lots of books and to try different things. So I'm really excited for the challenge, I suppose. Okay, so the next question is, why do you love reading? So I feel like the obvious answer is for escapism. I feel like, you know, books are amazing because they can transport you to a whole new place, and they can teach you a lot of things about different cultures, about different topics, and they're just a brilliant form of escapism. But also because I have a very noisy, anxious brain, I sometimes struggle to concentrate on things because I've got a lot of chatter going on up here, and I find that reading is one of the only hobbies that I do that really kind of chills me out and sort of zens me, I suppose. So I really enjoy that about books. I think because I have to sort of concentrate on the words as I'm reading, it really focuses my mind and really kind of stills all that bubbling chatter that is often going on in my head. So yeah, I really enjoy that about books. I find it really relaxing, basically, a lot more so than kind of watching TV or listening to music and things like that. I think, you know, as I said before, because I have to concentrate on the words, it's a really good kind of discipline, I suppose, for my mind, if that makes any kind of sense. So yeah, that is another reason why I love reading. So question number 5 is, what book or series got you into reading? Honestly, I can't really remember what got me into reading. I actually struggled to read growing up. I have dyslexia, so I did struggle with reading as a child. I know I definitely enjoyed the Lemony Snicket series, the series of unfortunate events. I remember enjoying those books when I was younger, and also sort of classics like Goosebumps and Horrible History books. I really enjoyed those as a kid. But yeah, I did struggle to read sort of growing up. I know I really enjoyed Harry Potter. I got into the audiobooks, which were narrated by Stephen Fry, and he just has the most wonderful, relaxing voice. So I have some really great memories of just sitting in the lounge in my family home, sort of listening to him telling me all about Harry Potter. So I think that was a really good opening into reading for me. I think especially because as I grew up, I became more and more invested in the characters and in the story. So that really pushed me to read physically, because the physical books always came out a lot earlier than the audiobooks for some reason back then. So I felt like I had to like physically read the book so that I knew what was going to happen, so that I could, you know, join in with the excitement with my friends and things. So that really kind of got me into reading, I suppose. But yeah, as I said before, then there was a big chunk of time where I didn't really read very much, and as an adult I kind of struggled to find what I enjoyed. I think I read quite a few contemporary books and things in my early adulthood, and didn't love them, and kind of fell out of love with reading, I suppose. And it was only in the last year or so when I got into Booktube and got some amazing recommendations that I kind of rekindled my love for books, I suppose. I kind of have to give a shout out to the A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J Maas. So I read that series right at the beginning of the pandemic on Becca and the Books recommendation. I love her, she's an amazing booktuber, and she's given me so many amazing recommendations over the last year. But yes, I read the ACOTAR books on her recommendation, and it was just exactly what I needed right at the beginning of the pandemic, and I had a blast. I really enjoyed it. I know that series has received quite a lot of criticism, but it was just exactly what I needed at the time, and I really enjoyed it, and it sent me on this path of kind of discovering loads of popular classic YA series that I just hadn't read, and I've just had a really fun time kind of going back and reading all of those books that I feel like I missed out on. So yeah, I feel like I have to give a shout out to the ACOTAR series, because that definitely kind of sparked my interest in books again and sent me on a path of reading loads of fantasy. So yeah. Okay, what's the next question? So the next question is question 6, which says, I'm looking down by the way because I've got them written on my phone. It says, what questions would you ask your favourite booktubers? So I guess I would ask them how on earth they managed to read so many books, and how they managed to film so many videos and keep an amazing schedule and stay so organised. I'm just in awe of their time management skills. Also, I think I would ask them how they deal with criticism online, because sadly I feel like that's a part of you know, putting yourself out there on the internet. So I would, you know, really appreciate their sort of advice and their recommendations on how to deal with criticism and things and nasty comments and things online, because I'm sure everybody has had to deal with something at some point, sadly. So yes, I would be interested to ask them about that. So the next question is question 7. Okay, question 7 says, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So I think for me personally, it will be reading enough books, because I am a pretty slow reader, as I said before, and actually for a long time that put me off starting this channel, because I just felt like I don't read enough books. I don't know, I guess I saw lots of amazing YouTubers, booktubers who read loads and loads of books and always have so much to talk about in their wrap-ups and things, and I always felt like, oh, I don't know if I can keep up with that. But then I had stern words with myself and I said, no, you know what, if you want to make a booktube channel, you go for it, because it's about, you know, chatting about what you're passionate about, what you enjoy. It's about, you know, making new connections and making friends and, you know, being part of a community, and it shouldn't matter about how many books that I read, and, you know, each to their own. So, you know, I'm just gonna give it a go, and I'm not gonna try and you know, compare myself, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna make videos that make me happy and make content that I want to and I enjoy making, and hopefully that will be okay. Yeah. Okay, right, so the next question. Number 8, when did you start reading? So I feel like I've already answered this question. So I read a little bit when I was younger, but I struggled, and then it wasn't really until the last year or so that I've gotten back into reading. So I still feel like I'm very new and I'm still discovering you know, what I enjoy, what I like and what I don't like about books, and it's a really exciting time for me, I suppose, to kind of find out, you know, what I enjoy and to read loads of books. Okay. Question number 9, where do you read? So I normally read it in bed, or I read sort of snuggled up on the sofa, wrapped up in loads of blankets with a hot drink. I definitely like the kind of cozy vibes, but it's just been too hot to do that recently, so I feel like at the moment I've been reading outside, because we've had a bit of a heat wave here in the UK. It's been really hot, which is very unusual for here, but I have been enjoying sort of sitting out in the garden and doing a little bit of reading out there. But typically I normally read sort of cozied up in bed. So question number 10 is, what kind of books do you like to read? So I'm still discovering my taste in books really, but I definitely enjoy reading adult and young adult fantasy. I love middle grade. I think there's something so magical about middle grades. So I really enjoy that genre. I like a little bit of romance. I am not the biggest fan of contemporaries, but I am interested to read a little bit more, because I feel like, you know, I haven't read enough contemporary books to make a fully formed decision on whether or not I like that genre. So I'm interested and intrigued to try a few more contemporary books. I really enjoy science fiction. I recently read my first ever thriller book, and I quite enjoyed it, and I'm very keen to read some more thriller books, because I think that's a genre that I will enjoy, and it will be quite different, I think, from fantasy, which is what I generally gravitate towards. So I am excited to read some more thriller books. I think when it comes to sort of autumn and Halloween times, I will be very much in the mood to read something that's kind of spooky. I haven't really read any horror, because I'm a little bit of a wuss, so I do scare easily, but I am quite excited to dip my toes in a little bit and just to get into the spooky vibe when it comes to Halloween. But yeah, I'm just excited to read different types of books. I'm excited to read some non-fiction. I really enjoy science books, anything to do with quantum physics, and I am there. I find it so fascinating. I enjoy history, so I would love to learn more about the ancient Egyptians. I really enjoy psychology. I just love learning, so I am very excited to read all sorts of different books really, and just to kind of expand my knowledge in different areas. Oh no, my camera ran out of storage. I just had to go and delete a load of stuff off the camera. So I think I was in the middle of saying something, but I can't remember what now. But I think we're basically up to the final question now, which is question number 11, which says, what does your book collection look like? And honestly, my book collection is pretty small. I've only got a few little shelves in my front room, and yeah, I'm just excited to grow my collection, I suppose. I've started collecting really old books. I love the way that they look, so yeah, I'm excited to expand my collection of really old books as well. But yeah, I mean, I could show you a little bit of my shelves. Hang on. That sounds like a good idea. I'll go show you my shelves. Hang on, wait a minute. So these are some of my shelves here. Yeah. Here's a few of the old sort of books that I'm starting to collect. So this is what I mean. I just think they are so beautiful. So anytime that I'm in a charity shop and I see something like this, I always want to pick them up because I just think they look absolutely stunning. So yeah, I'm excited to collect some more of these. Yeah, I guess that's kind of it from me really. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to support my channel, I would love to chat to you about books, so please do give me a subscribe and comment if you want to. But yeah, thank you so much for listening to me ramble on, and I guess I will see you next time with another video. Bye!